How the protest against Trump's refugee ban unfolded at Seattle-Tacoma. The demonstration mirrored others at airports nationwide, following Trump's executive action barring entry to the U.S. for immigrants from 7 Muslim countries and all refugees. Shortly before midnight, police began detaining protesters at the local airport. What you need to know. Around 4:45 p.m. Friday, Trump signed an executive order to suspend entry of all refugees for 120 days, bar Syrian refugees indefinitely and block U.S. entry for 90 days for citizens of 7 Muslim-majority countries: Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. The order quickly reverberated across the U.S. and the world. Some people on flights found themselves detained upon arrival. Activists, politicians, and others gathered at airports, including Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, nationwide to denounce the policy. A federal judge in New York blocked part of the president's order Saturday evening. By early Saturday evening, 6 people had been detained at Seattle-Tacoma, according to a Port of Seattle official. Of those, 2 were released and allowed to enter the U.S., while 4 were to be sent back to their place of departure. A U.S. District Court judge granted a stay to prevent 2 of the 4 from being sent away. Shortly before midnight, police began detaining protesters at the local airport. Some officers wore riot gear. Update, 3:30 p.m. Governor Jay Inslee and other elected officials held a news conference at the airport to denounce Trump's order, calling it poorly coordinated, reckless and un-American. These people couldn't run a 2-car funeral, Inslee said of the White House. It is a train wreck. It can't stand. We're drawing the line here at Seattle-Tacoma. Update, 5 p.m. A group of about 24 protesters standing outside the airport offices chanting "Let them in" soon grew to include about 1,000 people. We will not tolerate the racist and illegal executive order banning refugees and immigrants from certain countries, a Facebook page for the Seattle event says. We will stand up for immigrants. By early Saturday evening, 6 people had been detained at Seattle-Tacoma, according to a Port of Seattle official. Of those, 2 were released and allowed to enter the U.S., while 4 were to be sent back to their place of departure. U.S. District Court Judge Thomas Zille granted an emergency stay to prevent 2 of the 4 from being sent away. Update, 6:55 p.m. For roughly 30 minutes, police asked that light rail trains not stop at the airport. After the temporary closure, King County Executive Dow Constantine tweeted Sound Transit and Metro Transit officials will meet Monday to evaluate and develop a clear protocol moving forward. Update, 7:30 p.m. A federal judge in New York blocked part of Trump's order, ordering that refugees and others trapped at airports across the U.S. should not be sent back to their home countries. But the judge stopped short of letting them into the U.S. or issuing a broader ruling on the constitutionality of the president's actions, the Associated Press reported. Meanwhile, the crowd at Seattle-Tacoma remained strong. Port of Seattle spokesman Peter McGraw said the crowd size was shrinking. Update, 11:50 p.m. Protesters attempting to block a security checkpoint began to clash with police officers, some of whom were wearing riot gear. Officers detained several people. Flight passengers were being led by airport personnel on circuitous routes to avoid demonstrators and reach security. A spokesperson for the airport could not immediately be reached. This post will be updated Sunday. Information from the Associated Press and Seattle Times archives contributed to this report.